You're watching an ABC40 special report. Tornado touchdown, Western Mass.
We have an emergency on our hands.
I was walking down the street and I saw the whole tornado, and we started running down the street. We saw it just come through the parking lot, and we could see the trees just being ripped off from their tops and hitting cars. I mean, it was just insane. It was crazy.
Feel it. We just huddled in a corner and bawled. We didn't really know what to expect or what was going to happen.
When we blew the door open and the roof was coming, I couldn't run out, so I grabbed the nearest building and held on to it.
Like everything's ripped up and thrown everywhere.
Just a mess. So it's knocked down everything in the backyard.
I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe.
It's just total devastation, total devastation.
I don't know how to deal with this because it's not fair. But I just thank God for sparing me and my kids.
Lucky to be alive. Good evening, I'm Dave Mattson. Thanks for joining us on this ABC40 special report. This all happened in an instant. A little over 48 hours ago, a tornado touching down in the Pioneer Valley. It took only seconds for lives and entire communities to be destroyed. But it only took minutes before dozens of men and women from all across the state responded to the calls for help. Tonight, we're going to take you through the last 48 hours, from complete devastation to stories of hope and inspiration. And more importantly, we'll show you how you can help as the Pioneer Valley works to rebuild. Some harrowing moments the people of the Pioneer Valley will never forget, as around 4 Wednesday afternoon, a tornado touched down in western Massachusetts.
As we looked west, the sky looked like it was coming down into a funnel.
It sounded like a big, heavy wind and a lot of banging.
People running for cover and hunkering down as the tornado traveled across the valley.
I'm very horrified. I'm a Springfield native, and I've never seen nothing like this ever.
It was just, just frightening, and we just huddled together, and we just thought about what we needed to do. And when the windows started breaking, we just came down, and we just went down all the way down into the basement, and we stayed there until we stopped hearing the glass crash. And when we came upstairs, we couldn't believe.
Once the storm cleared, the severity of the situation was evident. From Springfield to Brimfield, the tornado left a wake of devastation in its path, killing 3 people. The damage so widespread, the governor declared a state of emergency.
At least 19 communities have been affected so far. We have an emergency on our hands, and so I have declared a state of emergency across the entire Commonwealth.
But a moment of hope and a promise to rebuild.
And I give you my word that the city of Springfield is resolute, and we will continue to move forward in rebuilding the city. Many a times in adversity, that's when character shines. And Springfield is full of a lot of character.
And we're joined now by our Springfield Mayor, Dominic Sarno. It has been an incredible 48 hours for your city.
It certainly has. But I'll tell you one thing, Dave, and I really appreciate ABC40 and Fox 6, the media, getting the word out, our constant updates that we're giving. But I'll tell you one thing, everybody that's come into the city from all over the place, as I've been saying, very resilient. There's a lot of fortitude here, and the people have been tremendous. And we continue to work this 24/7. And it's just been 48 hours, a little over 48 hours. We've moved out of life-saving aspects and opening up emergency evacuation routes to now stabilization. And I've moved a tremendous amount of mobile unit capacity now into our neighborhoods. Feeding stations are now being created, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. ABC40 was at that press conference.
Have pretty much all these buildings where we thought people might have been in them, have they all been searched and they're all cleared?
We've done searches twice. And I've also, and thank God, we haven't found anything. I've also ordered the fire department to continue their well-being searches, and they're doing that throughout the neighborhood.
It's remarkable to think, when you look at the devastation here, and I see this and I still can't believe it, that more people weren't hurt, more people weren't killed.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You don't expect this to happen in a mid-sized urban city in New England or Northeast, Western Massachusetts. We prepare for blizzards, we prepare for hurricanes. You think of these things unfortunately happening in Tornado Alley in Oklahoma or Godspeed to Joplin, Missouri, what they've gone through. But this is surreal.
It really is.
People will go around the other beautiful areas of the city of Springfield and say nothing happened. But people, and again, the sightseers, we don't need any more sightseers. No. They're tying up traffic, and if anybody's looking to do any despicable acts, our police department, state police, and armed National Guard are patrolling our neighborhoods.
We saw that this afternoon.
That's right.
They're not putting up with anything.
We're not putting up with anything on it. And if you were down at 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning the day that this hit, it looked like a war zone. So we made extreme progress here already. We're already moving on demolishing buildings that have been deemed that they have to be demolished. And now the important thing is the outreach to residents and working for short-term, long-term housing aspects that are needed. Obviously, we're doing the shelters.
That, sure.
And we're doing business outreach now. Our partners on the federal and state level have been great. I can't say enough about Governor Patrick and Lieutenant Governor Murphy. Today I had House Speaker DeLeo out here. Richie Neal's been great on the federal level, and Senator Brown, Senator Kerry. So I'm going to go after every dime, Dave, and everything that we could possibly use here in the city of Springfield. The budget, we're going to spend everything that we have to, and then we're going to look for the reimbursement aspects from the federal and state government. But I'm just, boy, when I go into those neighborhoods and see the people and how they are, Mayor, we're hanging in there, appreciate the efforts. It really keeps you going.
It really does. That's good. Well, listen, I thank you for stopping by.
Best ad libber in the business.
And congratulations on the work you've done here. It's a
team. It's not me. It's a team. I'm very proud of the team that we've assembled from the government and the public sector and all the agencies that we put together.
Good.
And we appreciate what the media is doing.
And we appreciate you taking the time to be with us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, thanks very much. And as we look on, of course, the devastation here in Springfield, but in Munson, the damage is also widespread. Along Main Street, there are roads, blocks, and trees are down. In downtown, the church's steeple was completely blown off. The church's pastor says they will, in fact, rebuild.
We came around this corner and saw what happened to the church. It was just devastating.
I want to construct a cross out of two of the larger pieces. Absolutely. Plant it right out here somewhere.
Sure.
Meantime, all across Munson, people are stepping up, doing their part to repair the community and lift the spirits of their neighbors. Now to Brimfield, perhaps one of the hardest hit areas. The tornado ripped through the town, leveling homes. You can see from the video here what the damage did. The tornado threw bathrooms, furniture, and whole sides of buildings hundreds of feet away. In Westfield, people are also cleaning up from the storm. This is where we think the storm initially touched down. City officials say residents can put their debris in front of their sidewalks. All tree limbs and natural yard waste will be picked up by crews at some point, hopefully today. However, they are asking residents not to include any trash in this pile, and you do not need to bag any of the items. Now, the other thing we learned this afternoon, that storm assistance centers are being set up across the valley to help in the cleanup effort. Their tornado victims can help with repairs, rebuilding, and even relocation. The Springfield Center opened this afternoon at 95 Liberty Street. The Palmer Center, as you can see on your screen there, is at 171 State Avenue, while the Southbridge Center is located at 1 North Street. This really covers the entire area. The centers were open tonight until 6, and they'll be open every day, including Saturdays and Sundays, from 8 until 6. Now, emergency shelters are also being set up. Today, ABC40's Nathan O'Leary toured one at the middle school in West Springfield. Take a look.
The middle school in West Springfield has been transformed. The gymnasium is now filled with cots, an entire back room filled with donated clothes. The cafeteria now a toy room filled with books, stuffed animals, and board games. This is where we found Hazam Abdullah and his wife and son. A smile rarely left his face as he played with toys and as a shelter worker sized him up for some new clothes. A sign that this shelter is helping give some normalcy and hope after disaster.
The people, they give I am and my family everything. I think everything is good.
I feel they want to find us like home we live in and sleep at night. I feel that.
Just like Abdullah and his family, Alma Ruth and her family came from Iraq to America within the past couple of years to begin a new life. And once again, they are starting over. And there is no shortage of those willing to help them and over 100 others in West Springfield's 2 tornado shelters. Jacqueline Brown drove with her son 45 minutes from Manchester, Connecticut to drop off bags of clothes and toys.
You want to bring it over?
His clothes and his toys.
I showed him some of the pictures, that we had seen on the news and everything, and I was like, you have so much stuff. I said, and a lot of it you don't use anymore. I said, now these kids have nothing. I said, do you think we can pack up some stuff? Oh, yeah.
Perhaps it's fitting that this shelter and so many others are put in schools. West Springfield Middle School principal Thomas McNulty says it's taught him and his students a lot about their city.
Even the kids that were affected, when they see the pictures and they see the students and the families, they know that, with a little bit of a twist here or there, that, it might have been their section of town that was affected. So, yeah, it is. There's no question about it. It's a learning experience for everybody.
That was Nathan O'Leary reporting. Emergency management officials are still trying to get a handle on just how widespread the damage is. They're asking you to report any damage by calling 211. The information will be collected to assess the magnitude of the damage and assist in determining whether home and business owners are eligible for federal disaster aid. We're back out here live now, and as Mayor Dominic Sarno was telling us, the work down here in the South End continues 24/7. You're looking at one of the buildings that was just absolutely, totally destroyed by this tornado as it ripped through here on Wednesday. As they break down the debris and try to clean up the rubble, there's fire departments there spreading water on it to try to keep the dust down. But this is going on. It's been going on since all of this happened on Wednesday afternoon. Gave them a couple hours to kind of assess things, but it's been going 24/7. And as you walk down here on Main Street, there are state police, local police, and National Guards men and women, and they are keeping this area clear so these folks can do their work. It's one of the things you don't think about until something like this actually happens. Your homeowner's insurance and what it covers. Well, there's been a lot of concern that people whose homes were damaged by the tornado aren't covered under their homeowners policies. Well, the good news is that typical homeowners insurance does cover damage from tornadoes.
And so tornadoes are not specifically excluded. That's a misnomer. Folks are getting confused with acts of God. Yes, it's an act of God, but it's not specifically excluded, so therefore it is covered under windstorm damage.
Now, even if your home wasn't damaged during the tornado, this might be a good time to review the insurance coverage you have for your home and your property. Responding to an emergency.
Although it was very busy and hard to keep track of everyone, the response was just amazing. It felt like we weren't here alone.
Thanks to the men and women first on the scene of a disaster.
Hi, everybody. It's John DePietro along with Maggie Pereiras from Simply Living. Maggie, what's this show all about?
Well, Simply Living is an entertaining, behind-the-scenes look at where we live, where we work, and where we play.
Join us.
Manny saves you money on appliances.
Save up to 40% on selected appliances.
Our Frigidaire self-cleaning range, gas or electric model, was $549. Pick the one you want for just $419. Manny saves you $130. That's a 27% savings. Our Frigidaire 18 cubic foot glass shelf frost-free refrigerator was $599. Manny saves you $200. Pay just $399. Save 33%.
Save over 40% on selected appliances.
We have to be better. We live here.
True blue, don't fear the sound. You know me.
Start your collection today at the Pandora Jewelry Store in the Holyoke Mall and at Hanush Jewelers in Holyoke, Springfield, Enfield, Hadley, and Northampton.
Customers are always wondering, are you still making loans? Absolutely.
We are still lending, by all means.
United is strong. We have a lot of lending capacity.
We're strong, but we're conservative.
We're a local, sound, strong bank.
We've been around for a long time. As we've grown, we've maintained the community bank atmosphere.
That in itself is what sets United Bank apart.
At United Bank, we have the answers.
Hi, everybody. It's John DePietro along with
Maggie Pereiras.
If you want to have your business or organization featured on Simply Living,
just email us at simplyliving@WGGB.com.
A monumental announcement from the largest Chevy dealer in Western Massachusetts.
We're selling so many vehicles at deep discounts, from Connecticut to Boston, Albany, plus internet sales all across the country.
It gets better. GM has authorized 1.9% financing on certified GM vehicles.
And we're the only one in the area. Plus, save up to $8,000 on Silverado, Malibu, Impala, SUVs, Cruise.
Save thousands.
Save on all Chevy models, new and used.
Authorized by GM only at the Big C near the Big E, West Springfield.
We buy more, we sell more, you save more.
Hi, everybody. It's John DePietro along with Maggie Pereiras from Simply Living. Maggie, what's this show all about?
Well, Simply Living is an entertaining, behind-the-scenes look at where we live, where we work, and where we play.
Join us. Hi, everybody. It's John DePietro along with
Maggie Pereiras.
If you want to have your business or organization featured on Simply Living,
just email us at simplyliving@WGGB.com.
It is here, and we're going to deal with it.
We've been through devastating aspects before, and we've gotten through it, and we will all continue to pull together.
As we continue to look at the cleanup, that building that you're looking at right now live used to be the Square One building. The daycare located on the ground floor. There were apartments above that, and that building was totally demolished. It's one of the buildings really that received the most damage and totally demolished here in the south end of Springfield, but there are more like it as you look all around here. Well, pulling together, too, just minutes after the tornado struck, the state responded. Emergency crews from across Massachusetts are here in western Massachusetts as I speak, offering their time and their resources. We'll give you a look at the trucks and ambulances lining the street near the Basketball Hall of Fame. This was earlier this week. It's those first responders who make the difference between life and death in situations like these. Then you had cleanup crews, even trash collectors, everyone doing their part. Here's ABC40's Jenna Hagest.
Devastating scenes like this taking place all over the area after Wednesday's tornado.
I don't think we've experienced a tragedy like this, of this intensity. You know, for those folks that lost their homes and certainly those that lost lives out there, this is a very, very sad time.
Search and rescue efforts scattered throughout Springfield the day following the storm. Now, Springfield firefighters are left patrolling the streets.
Contact Chief 1. Come call me on the radio.
Today, we're more into a cleanup type operation. We feel we've satisfied the search and rescue part of it, and now really it's trying to dig the neighborhoods out, providing security for those neighborhoods.
State police set up a command post at the Basketball Hall of Fame to help with the cleanup efforts. And crews say the response is overwhelming.
Although it was very busy and hard to keep track of everyone, the response was just amazing. It felt like we weren't here alone.
Whether it's the National Guard, state police, or EMTs, they're all here to help.
We also had fire departments from Northampton, East Hampton. In fact, pretty much people started tuning up on our doorstep and sort of saying, you know, what can we do to help?
These guys may be the heroes in our eyes, but they say the citizens are the ones who really saved the day.
The fact that we kept loss of life to an absolute minimum and the injuries, I think, speaks to the preparedness of the average citizen. They're the ones that really react to this and are the true heroes.
Jenna Hagest, ABC40.
Yeah, it is amazing, and it is a true testament. Well, the damage is so widespread that everyone is lending a hand. Even a group of teachers spent the day at one school working to make the ground safe for children when they return. Here's ABC40's Jeff Allen.
Kindergarten through second grade will be going to Boland School, and the third through the fifth grade will be going to Rebecca Johnson School.
The Wednesday tornado tore Brookings Elementary to shreds, and with everything right down to the windows blown out, school is out.
It is just surreal. When you look around the neighborhood and the school, it is unbelievable what happened here in a matter of minutes.
The recent extraordinary weather inspiring some extracurricular work for some local school teachers who could have taken the day off but chose instead to help clean up.
I live maybe half a mile from the school, so it was my duty to come out here as not only a teacher but as a member of the community.
After all, the kids won't be learning here for some time.
It'll take a while. You know, they probably won't be ready till the beginning of the school year, but hopefully it's done mid-summer.
But they still have to come here to be bused elsewhere, and someone had to make the grounds safe.
So it looks like their heart is very much in the work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And my heart is in it. I'm dedicated to the kids and to the staff members.
Savor the irony. The tornado left this book on the front steps of the school. But when asked about the children's resilience, the teachers tell us when the going got tough, the tough got perspective from the kids.
Their first question was what we're going to be doing about school. And for a child that's lost everything to be thinking about school, it's a beautiful thing, just in terms of their spirit and energy. It's something I think we could all really sort of build off of.
A lesson learned just outside the classroom. In Springfield, Jeff Vallon, ABC40.
Still ahead, picking up the pieces.
It's a tragedy, but they're doing the best they can to keep it together, and we're doing the best we can to help out.
How you can help the Pioneer Valley rebuild.
Hi, everybody. It's John DePietro along with Maggie Pereira from Simply Living. Maggie, what's this show all about?
Well, Simply Living is an entertaining, behind-the-scenes look at where we live, where we work, and where we play.
Join us.
Did we get anything good?
Sweetie, I think you need a little extra fiber in your diet.
Oh, Carol, fiber makes me sad.
Oh, come on. I dare you to taste one hint of fiber in Fiber One.
Oh, I'd be able to tell. I mean, why not just eat this bag? And how can you talk to me about fiber while you were eating a candy bar?
You enjoy that.
I am.
Fiber beyond recognition. Fiber One.
My Bob's is different than all the rest. Why? My devotion to motion.
Why? Reclining sofa and love seat. Both pieces only $9.99.
Why? Not just one, but 6 different motion sets, only $9.99 each. And you know you'll have a great selection before you walk through my door.
Why? Even genuine leather, everywhere you sit. Still only $9.99 for both pieces.
At My Bob's, it's not how much you're going to pay, but how little.
When a customer is looking to switch banks, the first thing that comes to their mind is that it's going to be difficult. And my answer to them is United Bank is going to make it easy. People feel that it's really difficult, particularly to change their checking account.
We make it very easy for the customer. They just have to come in, open up the account, and we do the rest for them.
United Bank makes it easy, makes it very easy to switch banks.
At United Bank, we make it easy.
Grocery shopping is a familiar task, but when it comes to auto, home, and business insurance, it can get a little overwhelming. So let us do all your shopping. The Field Eddy Insurance Network will shop 20 of the world's best insurance companies to get you the coverage you need at the price you can afford. Visit us at Field Eddy in East Longmeadow, Munson, Your Choice in Ludlow, or Field Eddy in South Hadley, formerly Remillard Insurance. The Field Eddy Insurance Network. More options, best price. A proud partner of the safety insurance company, FieldEddy.com.
United Bank is different from all the other local banks because of our team approach.
We have a team, a commercial lending team, cash management team, personal bankers. Everybody has a vested interest in that customer.
We don't put businesses into categories. We look at each individual customer and business and find the product that fits their needs.
So even though we're local, we still have what it takes to compete with the big banks and make commercial customers happy.
At United Bank, we have the answers.
As you guys know, it's real bad around here, so they can use all the help they can get.
It's the least you can do, if you live around the area. Just come and help out.
They seem to be very thankful for what we're doing. They lost a lot. It's really sad.
We've heard that time and time again. Ever since this happened on Wednesday afternoon, people lending a helping hand. Hundreds are volunteering their time, money, resources, anything they can do to help. The Red Cross is spearheading the volunteer effort. Yesterday, dozens of volunteers were on hand at the Greenleaf Community Center, providing victims with a place to stay, medical assistance, and overall emotional support. Anyone who wants to volunteer can just head down to 506 Cottage Street. And ABC40 and Fox 6 have established a tornado victim relief fund with the help of our friends at United Bank. And joining me now is Richard Collins, the President and CEO. Good to have you here, and thank you for your help in starting this relief effort. This is amazing what we see down here, isn't it?
It is amazing, and we are delighted to be part of your relief fund, and I can say that I'm sure, as all other members of the local banking community, we will reach out in any way possible to help the victims this disaster. And because we're partnering with you, your viewers can make contributions to any of our 16 local branches, and we're pleased to help.
Your branches in central and western Massachusetts,
exactly
too.
right. And if you're in the Worcester area, there are 6 branches there to help.
Because we know the devastation, it went far beyond Springfield, down into Brimfield, and even into Southbridge, too. So it's. Have you ever seen anything like this?
This is amazing. And what's also amazing coming in is seeing how well this scene is being patrolled by the police, National Guard. They are truly taking charge and being sure that only the appropriate people get in and the appropriate things are done.
Now, we should let you know that if you want to make a donation, you can write a check or you can bring cash to the banks. If you're writing a check, it can be the ABC40 Fox 6 Tornado Relief Fund, and they can bring it to any branch, normal branch hours. And we're going to be telling folks we could be doing this for the next 2 months, because I guess in anything like this, it's easy to forget it a week or two afterwards, but this is going to be going on for a long time.
Absolutely. Write a check, bring it to a branch, bring in some cash. We're there to help.
The community here, you've been around here for a long time, and where were you when this whole thing struck on Wednesday?
No, I was at the bank.
You were at the bank, so not far from where there was some damage.
Well, we are very fortunate to have escaped with very minor damage in the bank, and I'm grateful for that.
It is, and you look down here, and we were talking about this before we went on the air, that one spot everything would be fine, and you look a block away, and you just see utter devastation.
It's amazing, and I take my heart goes out to those people who are injured and those people who lost loved ones. The bank itself turned out pretty well.
And we thank you so much for your continued support and coming on board with us. We appreciate it. United Bank has been a good partner with us.
We're going to do our best to reach out. We've set aside $100,000 to be of help in one way or another. We're going to send a check immediately to the American Red Cross. If anybody from the Red Cross is watching, the check is in the mail. We're going to do that, and
that's it. This goes beyond what we're doing with this too.
We're going to make some funds available through our foundation as well, and of course, we'll take good care of the funds your viewers send us.
That's it. And United Bank, of course, doing business in the area, also know that being part of a community is being involved in the community like this.
We hope to be involved in any meaningful way.
All right.
Thank you.
Richard Collins, good to see you.
Thank you for all you do to get the news out.
Thank you. It's been a busy week. Thanks for all you're doing. And once again, you can make a donation at any United Bank branch in central and western Massachusetts. We will keep you updated, of course, in the days and weeks ahead. That will do it for us tonight. It has been as you look at all this, just a remarkable 48 hours. Before we leave, we want to hear from you. Tell us the stories of people in your neighborhood lending a hand in this relief effort, because right now, that's what it's all about. It's the relief effort, what you're doing to help your neighbors. Just send us an email to inbox@wggb.com and post on our Facebook page. And that's been a remarkable part of all of this. As we were starting our coverage on Wednesday afternoon, the pictures that you were sending us and the stories you were telling us, you were part of our coverage, and you will continue to do so, how social media has changed the way we do business. And we want to make sure we recognize those unsung heroes who will be working to help the Pioneer Valley rebuild, because it is a long haul, and know that ABC40 and Fox 6 are in this with you during this long haul to help out and to tell your stories. I'm Dave Mattson. For all of us at ABC40 and Fox 6, thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Managed for Life program is a specialized banking package for customers who tend to keep higher balances in their accounts.
You don't pay for bank checks, you don't pay overdraft fees.
The interest on the savings is the best interest rate we offer.
No stop payment fees, no wire transfer fees.
So